Sister Peace. In this video is about intergenerational trauma, and this is also a bonus video being that I missed the whole month of December with the Starseed report. Shout out to the Aquarius in the age of Aquarius. Happy birthday, Aquarians. Super excited. My birthday is next Wednesday on Valentine's. Shout out to the age of Aquarius. So we're here to discuss intergenerational trauma, and we have to be obvious about the systemic issues we have in just our land, the United States of America. Just Western society. We have to be honest about intergenerational trauma and also be able to be open about it, because intergenerational trauma affects melanated, brown, and black folk differently than European Caucasians, just with the different things that we face. And intergenerational trauma also has to do with being programmed for however long to think incorrectly and embed that into a gene. And on the opposite spectrum, intergenerational trauma also has to do with, the wounds of our grandmother, a wound of your grandmother, great-grandmother, and then also the womb that we sit in. So we're talking about intergenerational trauma and the womb that we sit in, the womb we grow in to become this adult, to become a child who experiences trauma, not only from the womb cellular level, but also to the external world and even manifesting new traumatic experiences. So now, because we're in this age of Aquarius, and again, my age of Aquarius video will be up, so look for that for more detail. Just on understanding, you can Google, and we understand this as StarSeeds. So intergenerational trauma is compacted layers of our mother's mother and even our father's energy. Depression. For example, me as a displaced indigenous person, my family, great-great-mother is assigned as a Cherokee Indian in Missouri. It just hit me 2 months ago, not even that, like a month ago, that the reason my father is depressed, and even my mother is depressed for her own intergenerational trauma, because she's from Bangkok, Thailand. So that's a whole different energy of trauma. But the fact that we've been impacted globally with intergenerational trauma, we have to dissect it culturally. And first and foremost, I'm from the US of A, so I'm American, with that perspective of the black man in America, his subjugation, his mother not having children and not having father support or monetary support, the stress that caused her for so many children. So many of my aunties and my uncles sat into a very traumatic womb and experience and express a traumatic wound as they grew, from infancy to adulthood. Intergenerational trauma is super deep, but I'm just touching base with it so that we can become aware of where the healing has to go. I also want to state that with intergenerational trauma and hurt and pain, there's also a strength. So in this time of spiritual integration, in this time of spiritual ascension, we're all ascending, and we're releasing and letting go of old burdens, old toxic programs, old deficiencies that have nothing to do with functioning in a healthy manner, coping in a healthy manner, feeling unconditional love, understanding we are never alone. Intergenerational trauma is like a very complex onion that we have never seen. There's so many layers to it, and there's trauma that impacts all the layers. And really having to be able to work with someone, work with a healer to get to a place of wholeness and healness. I, as a student art therapist, where I'm sitting with addiction clients now in my grad school, understand this at a holistic level, understanding that intergenerational trauma is affecting, not just how I emotionally feel, how I mentally feel, how I show up, how my confidence shows up, how my anxiety layers show up on the inside, and how I present myself to the world. And as long as we're open to understanding intergenerational trauma, we can also be able to peel and heal in a manner that lets go, in a soothing manner for the ancestors and for who we are as a future ancestor in the present. In this,
I need to stay on my feels, all in my head, but I'm trying to heal. I'm blocking your negative energy, poking my sword, but I gotta shit.
And this is just a touch of intergenerational trauma, and being able to be curious in our healing, and being able to understand that our healing is ours to grab, and there's strength in intergenerational trauma. The trauma, once it's, faced, healed, soothed, is really strength. It's a key to a door. It unlocks something super magical that we've been experiencing. If anyone out there is having trouble with any integration work spiritually, feel free to email me. I have my email below. I have clinicians to refer, I have healers to refer, even life coaches if I'm not a fit for you in any capacity. But I'm here for any of the star seeds in our ascension. And do you hear that? That's the last call for ascension. And Sister Peace loves you.
Right under my cap, it keep me from having to grab the strap. I fuck with the feel good, cause I know what the pain does. You can't say that I feel you till you say that these ain't drugs. I'ma give it the real